This video contains spoilers for Can You Hear Me? So this is a very interesting one. I just finished watching it, and honestly, it's a little bit of a mixed bag. I've enjoyed every episode of this series to an extent, but this one definitely does feel like it should have been a two-parter. And I have heard a lot of people say that about different episodes, but for me, this is the one that most feels like, yeah, this should have been stretched into something longer and had more time to really breathe and flesh out all of these elements, because I like a lot of what is going on here. I think it has some really cool stuff, some great atmosphere, but when it only has 49 minutes to go about what it's doing, then it can't help but feel like it's not quite rushing it, but just not giving it its due time. I really like these ideas, these immortal beings in this universe, and I think those are pretty cool, and they don't get a lot to do. It's not as bad as something like The Power of Three, where just at the very tail end we get the villain for like 5 minutes and then the Sonic saves the day, but it still feels as though, yeah, that was fun while it lasted, that was interesting, that was engaging, and I liked what they did, but they didn't do much. Once they got to Earth, then they were almost immediately defeated. And yeah, it feels to me like it doesn't totally come together as a completely coherent episode. But like I said, there's so many elements in here that I really like. I like basically everything that goes on with each companion. Something this episode mostly did really well was kind of give each of them something to do, because we do spend time in each of their dreams, and we come back to that later in the episode. So that was something I appreciated. But because they also took up time with that, the story as a whole, only had so much time to do its thing, because we are spending good quality time with these companions, and that is possibly just a downside of having so many. But because it's only 49 minutes, we only get a certain amount of time to really delve into this. I feel like possibly if this episode had ended somewhere around where these immortal beings get to Earth, and then we had had a second part that really got more time with them and we got a little bit more to do, then this episode probably would have really been one of my favorites this series, because there's a lot in it I really like. I like the companions, I like the stuff they have to do, I like the atmosphere, I like the concept of these immortal beings, and I like how it references certain aspects of Classic Who with the Guardians, as well as the Celestial Toymaker. That was just appreciated, and it kind of made sense to me, and I just genuinely feel like this one I really would have enjoyed if it had been given a second part. And on the whole, I had fun with it, I liked it, but it's a little bit of a mixed bag, and what I think could have been a great episode is, for me, probably just going to end up having been a good episode, because it had some great stuff. It just wasn't able to totally fully flesh it out. Thank you very much for joining me today. I hope to see you around soon for a review of Praxeus and a review of this episode. So that's going to do it for now, folks. Thank you very much for watching. Take care and have a lovely week.